Hey feline friends, welcome back to my channel. Yes, I am back from yet another hiatus, and the reason why I'm back is because I'm finally getting myself together and preparing to adopt a new cat. I wanted to bring you all on this journey with me and share 3 things that I think everyone should do as they're preparing to adopt a cat. So without further ado, let's get into the video. The first thing that I think everybody should do is consider what type of cat you want. I think this is a very overlooked step, especially for, first-time cat owners. You might just want to show up to a shelter, bring a cat, and bring it home, which is fine. It works for some people, but I think it's really important to consider your lifestyle, your household, whether you have kids or pets, and your capacity for being able to take care of a cat. So what exactly should you consider? Well, first and foremost, do you or anyone in your household have allergies? This was a huge one for me when I got my Russian blue spike. My ex-partner had allergies, so it was important for us to go through a breeder and get a hypoallergenic cat. Now, I know cat breeders are a very controversial topic. I've covered this in depth in a prior video, so if you're interested in going this route, go check out that video down below. Now, this time around, allergies aren't that big of a consideration for me, so I'm deciding to go the adoption route. If you yourself are dealing with allergies, I would not recommend going the adoption route because it's very rare for pure breed hypoallergenic cats to be in shelters. They may be mixed breeds, and if they end up causing a lot of allergies in you, that might put you in a situation where you're not able to properly care for that cat. The next thing I recommend you consider is the age of the cat you want to adopt. Age can play a large role in how much attention and care that your cat may need. Now, this is not to say that some cats don't need any attention while others do, but the bottom line is that if you're adopting a tiny baby kitten, then that kitten's probably going to need more supervision and time with you at home. Adopting a kitten might be a good choice for people who work from home and actually have that time to raise a cat from its youth. Alternatively, an older cat usually has a more solidified personality, so what you see is basically what you'll get. That's not to say that cats won't change at all in their adulthood, but usually their personalities are a little bit more predictable, so you can assess how well they get along with you or any other kids or pets that you have at home. And finally, the last thing I recommend considering is how socialized you want your cat to be. A lot of the times shelters will put a little blurb about how well cats get along with pets or kids or other humans, so that you get a sense of whether or not that cat is well suited to your current household. So after you've decided what type of cat you want, or you have a general idea of what type of cat you want, it's time to start looking for adoption centers near you. Now, there's a few ways that you can go about this. The way that I'm currently going about this is using websites, particularly Adopt a Pet has been very helpful. And I am not sponsored, but for me personally, my company gives me benefits to cover the adoption fee through this website. So I would recommend that you look through your own employee benefits, because it's possible that your company also provides similar benefits. And the thing I like about Adopt a Pet is that they aggregate all of the available cats up for adoption in the area. And through this website, you can also find what adoption centers they're at, where they're being fostered, etc. So if you want to, you can find a cat and read up on their personality, and then go to the adoption center they're at to see them for yourselves. Before you visit an adoption center, I would also recommend shooting them a quick email or calling them, because a lot of adoption centers require you visit by appointment, and they might also require additional paperwork that you'd want to fill out if you're ready to take home a cat then and there. You don't necessarily have to go through a website. If you prefer to just show up to a shelter and visit cats in person, that's totally fine. I think it really just depends on whether or not you're looking for a particular type of cat or personality. You can always just Google centers near you, shoot them a quick email or phone call, and show up to see what cats are available. There are also quite a few adoption centers that have their own cat cafes. This is a great way to go in and get a chance to play with the different cats that are up for adoption if you're looking to get a sense of each of their individual personalities. Once you know what type of cat you want and you're ready to either show up to an adoption center and bring home a cat, or revisit an adoption center and bring home a cat that you've already picked out, it's time to get all of your basic cat essentials together. And I want to put an emphasis on basic because I think a mistake I've made in the past is overbuying for my cats. Especially with my Russian blue spike, I got so excited that I just bought a bunch of accessories and toys for him that he really never ended up using. I would just start off by getting basic survival items, which includes things like their litter box, water, food, and of course course, a cat carrier that will allow you to securely and safely bring them home. If cost is not a concern for you, then by all means go ahead and buy accessories and toys for your cat. But if you'd rather not overspend on things that will end up sitting in your closet, I'd recommend getting a sense of your cat's personality for a few weeks first. You can always use household items as toys like shoestrings, hair ties, crumpled up pieces of paper, bouncy balls. From there, you can kind of assess what toys would be best to buy for your cat based on the household items that they like. So for example, if your cat seems more attracted to playing with shoestrings, then you might want to buy them like a bird teaser toy of some sort. If they're more attracted to bouncy balls or crumpled up pieces of paper or just little trinkets around the house, then you might want to buy them a mouse or other little objects that roll around. And for those of you who have experience with cats, you probably already know that cardboard boxes are a fan favorite. So if you're working under a budget, I wouldn't necessarily go and buy a bunch of cat caves or tunnels yet. I'd instead just save some cardboard boxes and make some cat tunnels out of those. And when it comes to scratching posts, some cats prefer to scratch on horizontal surfaces while other cats prefer to scratch vertical surfaces. So if you want to go ahead and buy a cat scratcher off the bat, I would recommend buying one that can be propped upright or laid down flat so that you can see what type of scratcher that your cat prefers. I do have an entirely separate video explaining what you should do to kitten-proof your apartment or home, so I won't go into too much detail about that in this video, but if you're interested in learning more, I will link that down below. That pretty much wraps up this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful for you all, and I'm hoping to have another cat-related update for you all soon. All right, see you next time. Bye!